Okay, I ordered this 2 days ago from England, and this should be my brewing stuff. I've been putting it off for ages to get some more online, but I've got no transportation, and the one shop within 30 miles that was selling stuff stopped. Okay. Yes, because I just hoovered. Fuck's sake. Oh, I'll feed it to the mushrooms. So what we have is, God, hell, heavy. Instead of being in a big baked bean tin, this is in a plastic bag. And that should hopefully be, I've never had one of these. Normally I get the ale kit in a bag, in a tin. Right, just have a look. Blah, 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 blah. Pour the bag into your fermenter. Rinse the remains of the pouch out with a small amount of warm water, pour into the fermenter. Add 1 kilo of, I'm not using dextrose sugar, or beer enhanced to your fermenter. Add 3 litres of boiling water, stir to dissolve. 3 litres. Do not use beer enhancer if making gluten-free beer. Top up to 23 litres. From cold tap water, stir well. Check liquid temperature is below 25 Celsius before adding the contents of the beer yeast sachet. Where is the beer? Oh, there we go. The yeast is on the bottom. A little separate packet. Let's see. Place the fermenter and blah, 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 blah. Some foaming is to occur in the first few days. Leave to ferment for 8 days, ensuring the temperature stays between 20 and 25 Celsius. Fermentation will stop and let it stand below 15 Celsius. A heat powder below, blah, 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 blah. After 8 days, use a hydrometer to check the specific gravity. I'm not going to bother with that because it doesn't work with ale. That's basically it. Yeah, so basically, make sure it's actually liquid and not gone solid. These can go solid if they're sat for too long. So that I'm going to put into my distiller. And what I'll do first of all is I'm going to fill it with water halfway. I'm actually going to do it in the living room, because that way when it makes a mess, it'll be more difficult to clean up. I'm a cheap git. If I'm going to have a heater on, I want it in the living room. So basically, this will hopefully, I can use my distiller as a fermenter. And let's see how it goes. That is basically that one. And oh yeah, there's nothing else in here apart from packing. Why put so much packing stuff in there? This is turbo. Normally I don't bother using these things. I just used sugar and yeast. But just for the sheer sake of it, I thought I'd get one of these sets. It's like a 3-pack. You've got your turbo yeast. So your sugar wash will actually go within 5 days complete. You should be a carbon in there as well. So much bloody plastic they put in with this. Yeah. Right. So your triple pack, you get your yeast. You put your carbon in at the same time, and that's to maximise the efficiency, blah, 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 blah. And then you put your 2-part clearing after a week. 24 hours later, you should have a crystal clear product. Now, normally I don't bother with these things, but I want to put it through this still. But I'm not rushing. That's not going to be happening for at least a few weeks. Simply because I want to use my distiller as a fermenter. And that is just packing. And a receipt. Yeah, delivery was about £7. They kept changing the prices as I was buying it. So it ended up being, I think it was £27. And that was for the brew kit, which is basically your goop in a bag plus your yeast. That was 13, I think, and that was about 6 or 7 quid. Basically, it was like 20 quid for those two, plus 7 quid for delivery. I'll find a price and stick it on screen, if I haven't already. So yeah, that is today's delivery. And a lot of packing that it's very shiny, which means it's got plastic on it, which means I can't use it for mushrooms. Oh well. Because the mushrooms will absorb whatever it grows in, and if it's growing in plastic like this shit, then it'll be crap. Okay, so that's today's little delivery. I'm just kind of pissed off now because I was trying to renew my driving license and they won't let me do it online. Simply because they want you to install an app on your phone so they can track and trace you.